starting.
Okay, false alarm. Here we are.
What up?
Hey guys.
Hey, Jason George.
Yes.
Nice to see you guys.
Giacomo, Kevin, we're all here.
Yeah, how you doing?
We're going to answer some questions for you guys today. And let's get started.
Yeah. This is the show we're all on, just to remind you all.
You should get a pillow as well, if you haven't already. Okay, who wants to do the first one? Yeah, you do the first one.
Okay, I'll do the first one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So this is for me, I guess, or for all of us. What do you like to do when you're on hiatus? That's a good question. I like to play tennis, hang out with my family, maybe go on vacation, and maybe do a bit of surfing, stuff like that.
Big surfer.
Big surfer, yeah. And
Gotta get out with
clean
something.
out my garage, stuff like that. Normal stuff.
Yeah, I definitely like to go back to Italy, where my family's from, and see my family and spend time there. And I do a little traveling and ride my motorcycle. Never missed an opportunity to do that. And that's about it.
I spend my time with Jason's kids.
Do
Do a lot of vacationing, and don't get an opportunity to see Jason's kids as many days as I'd like to because we're here all the time.
Right.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question. Here you pick, Rob.
I'll pick for you.
Sure. Okay. If you could switch roles with any other character on your show, who would it be? Maybe Kevin.
Really?
I think Kevin has a lot of fun. I mean, sometimes you get really angry and you don't know really where to express all this anger, and I feel like Kevin's character really is able to get out some rage. So I think I'd have a lot of fun with that.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
Oh, fuck.
And I must say that it's clearly obvious who I would switch with. Who would be Ben?
I would
That's my heart's desire.
Yeah, I would switch probably. Is this present characters or?
I think it could be any all the 12 years.
Yeah, all the 12 years. It'd be pretty cool to be Christina Yang, just to kind of walk in her shoes a little bit, because she's such a badass and very individual person. But I kind of think Bailey, because I think, and I'm a little jealous that she's the chief now, because I used to be the chief, so I'd get to be the chief.
You're more than a little jealous.
So it's just about being the chief again and reclaiming your title. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You've made it very clear.
Do we throw the other one back in?
I just crumpled it up.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Interesting, because this is from a different perspective. What is your favorite scene you've shot so far on Grays?
You've actually shot.
I've actually shot them. Wow. My favorite scene. Gosh, with these guys sitting here. I hate to,
Oh, don't worry about me.
one of my all-time favorite scenes was the scene when Christina told Burke that she was leaving when she went to Switzerland and was in the office, and that she wanted no part of him. I really enjoyed working with those two. Also, I have to say, in an episode upcoming, there's a very heavy Japel storyline, and I had the opportunity to work with them for the entire episode. So you should keep an eye out for that.
That's a really great episode.
I had a really good time with them.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
do you guys have any scenes that you...
What was yours, Giacomo?
Favorite scene? I think the first surgery I did was really interesting because I had everyone laughing at me. It was just a really good kind of like hazing process that really kind of welcomed me to the show. Linda Klein, who works with us as a surgical nurse, she was giving us all the instructions and everything, but I think she, out of pure just wanting some entertainment that afternoon, didn't really give me much instruction or anything, and so I just went into the OR. I was going about my business, doing what I thought was right, and she kept yelling like, cut, no, Jackman, no, you don't hold it like that, you put your hands down, no, cut, no. So it was like, I was just this big learning curve of, in the OR and the protocol of where to keep your hands.
You were very serious.
How to hold the instruments and everything like that, so that I had a lot of fun just learning, sort of, and watching the other actors sort of laugh because they had been there, obviously, and so I had a lot of fun with that.
For me, I don't know. I kind of like the vent room because nobody else likes the vent room.
Ah, interesting.
But I kind of like the vent room. You know, there's a lot of very important things happen for my character in the vent room. I kind of miss the vent room. You know, it's a slightly weird location, right?
And you going in there with your kilt, with the wind coming up under the kilt,
Like
is,
Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very fun that the audience never saw.
But I also liked the episode a long time ago where Owen, he's drunk and he gets in Christina's shower and has an emotional speech about his time in Iraq, and we really got to learn about that character. And I got to learn. I think you directed that episode.
No.
I can't remember who's it directed. But it was a great episode, and I was really proud of the work that Sandra and I did in that. I think we really went to an interesting place, and it was at the early point of me learning about Owen Hunt and who he was. So it was a very exciting time for me to sort of discover all that stuff. So yeah,
I liked Nicole's episode, your scene with Maggie, when you guys walked into the library and the attraction wasn't supposed, you were breaking up,
right?
And it didn't work out as a breakup. Very sexy, you throwing her against the wall and all that. It was very sexy.
Oh, thank you, Rob. Do you always describe me as sexy?
I do.
All right, fantastic.
even when you're not in the room.
You do this one.
Okay, says Kevin. What would you like to see happen with Owen and Amelia next? Good question. What would I like to see? I think they've been really kind of on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again, and they're kind of both quite tortured people. So I think I'd like to see them have some fun. They do have a little bit of fun in an upcoming episode. One of the episodes, I actually directed the episode. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's very cute and super adorable what goes on. So they do get a little moment of fun. Hey,
Special guest joining us.
Special guest. Keep your seat warm.
Yes, we needed a seat warmer.
And it is nice and warm.
All about your wife and kids.
Hopefully my kid will go to school. Because I did, and I never learned how to read.
All right, well.
So that's that. Yeah, so I want them to have more fun. You want to pick a question?
We'll get Jason.
Questions out of the thing?
There you go.
This one's right on top of the sheet. This is for Kevin. But we do. What has been your favorite episode to direct?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I really enjoyed 11:23. So that was the one last year with the huge tunnel collapse. Just because for me it was really fun to do it was kind of like an action episode with a lot of big special effects and big stuff happening. I really had a blast doing that episode. There was a lot going on. It was a very complicated, challenging episode, and I'm proud about how it turned out. So,
That was my first episode, yeah.
Really? Yeah, that's right. We introduced your character.
I just remember you smiling a lot during that episode. You were kind of like the kid in the candy store. I remember. He's like, I'm going to take over a parking lot.
And I got multiple cranes,
Yeah.
huge cranes.
You got toys.
Really cool shots.
Yeah, so that was cool.
All right.
Wow. Good questions, guys.
Yes. If you could give your character any advice, what would it be? Just talk about your feelings, Andrew. Just tell girls how you feel. Open up. Be honest. I think it's a struggle for me to sort of watch him not really know how to articulate how he feels and sort of let this really beautiful thing go and to not really be able to sort of share certain things with Maggie's character quite honestly. But that's about it. What about you guys?
You go. Just advice.
Give your character some advice.
Yeah, I would tell him, shut that grandpa crap down. No more calling him grandpa. No, I think
that.
don't take that off of them. No, I think advice is tough because Ben and Bailey have a really good relationship. It's just weird. Not necessarily because of how they deal with the relationship, because just the facts. She's his boss's boss, and that's inherently awkward. So probably, I don't know, Ben might want to take some more, try to make sure that everybody gets that, he's in the same boat that they are. All the other residents, that he's in, look, I'm getting no special treatment, so I'm getting beat down. down the same way you guys are.
You just get it at home.
I get it at home too. That's the thing. And then, yeah.
I don't know. You know, like Owen, I love my character of Owen, but sometimes I want to knock him in the head and just say, "Use your words, Owen." You know, just like use your words, man. Like you got a problem with Riggs, talk about it. Tell people. You know, why are you sort of keeping it all buttoned up and growing he's like grows an ulcer instead. You know, like I'm from a Scottish family, and you know, we always say, you know, get everything out before you go to sleep at night. You know, make sure you've said everything that's bothering you or whatever. Owen never does that. It takes him episodes and episodes to eventually actually say what's going on. So I wish he would use his words. That's what I would say.
All right, next question. How many hours are spent on the set each day?
Oh wow, and that really varies. I mean, it depends on because look, there's a lot of people on the show, as you guys know. I mean, you know, and, so it kind of rotates. So when your storylines kind of come to the front, you'll be on set for, you know, I mean, a regular day on set is pretty standard, 12 hours. Can get as much as, you know, even 15 sometimes.
And you're in every scene, and that's your day. But then you'll have other days where you're in for maybe like 2 hours.
Right. Like yesterday, I was on set from 7:30 till 9 p.m. I was in every scene.
Right.
But then I'm off today, and you're going to be. Jason's got a huge episode coming up. So you're going to be carrying the torch for quite a while.
I told the family, I was like, Daddy's going bye-bye. I'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. That's a big one.
Yeah.
So it varies.
All right. Oh, you haven't played fun in a while.
There we go. So, Jason, question for you. What can we expect from Ben and Bailey?
What can you expect from Ben and Bailey? Nothing. They're a perfect couple. There's, you know, nothing's ever going to change. They're just going to be perfect forever. Because that's what happens in Shondaland. But everybody's happy forever. No, Ben and Bailey, like I said, you know, the awkwardness of her being his boss and actually his boss's boss. And Ben is, you know, he's been a doctor for a long time. He's an anesthesiologist. And so with that comes, he knows how this thing goes. And he's been itching to be a surgeon for a long time. So with that comes a little bit of, I don't want to say boldness, but that he's ambitious. And sometimes ambition can be a problem. And if you're ambitious as a resident and your boss is your wife, that creates problems. Creates intense problems. And that's all I can say, I think, without having Shonda's ninjas come out of the woodwork and take me out.
Yeah.
Wait, there they are. No.
All right. What relationship would you like to see happen on the show? I don't know.
You know what? Actually, what's funny? What I kind of want to see come back, and this is going to be not the answer you're expecting. I want the guys to hang out more again.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to, you know, like shooting golf balls off the roof or hanging out at the, you know, the trailer, that sort of thing.
Yep.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see the bromance come back.
Yeah, I think they want to. There's so many great stories at the moment. It's hard to find it. Time, but I think the writers definitely. And I know Shonda wants to do that, so I'd vote for that too.
Yeah, they sneak it in, but you know, there's, like you said, they got so many good things going on.
Yeah, I feel like in the first couple seasons of the show, it was more about interns at the time, obviously, but I think I like to just see some of the scenes with some of the other interns as well, and just sort of exchanging about the experience of what it's like and how's it going for you, and like I'm having a really crappy time right now, and you know, this is happening to me, and so just sort of like unwinding and being able to vent with someone else who's in your same position, which I feel like I haven't had. So I guess that's maybe something that I would like to see.
Cool.
Last one.
All right,
That's one. Let's make it a good one. Okay, I'm going.
This is the last one?
Going deep.
last one.
Will your characters have any challenges coming up for them?
No. Never.
Everything's
going to be plain sailing from here on out.
smooth. Yeah.
Nothing bad's going to happen.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Yeah, we're going to have challenges, all right. Yeah. I know that Owen's struggling with his own demons and his past, and and it comes out in a big way in the second half of the season, and it's quite explosive. He really kind of gets himself in trouble, because he just can't seem to get past the fact that Nathan Riggs is here and in his life again, this person that he tried to sort of eradicate from his life. So yeah, my character's going to have trouble times ahead for sure. And him and Amelia are going to have trouble times ahead. So yeah, you better buckle up. So yeah.
I think for Andrew and Maggie, I think he's been having a really sort of, even though there's been some bumps in the road, a really good time with Maggie. And I think he feels really, confident about being with her, about being open about it. And I think his perspective is going to change as we move forward about that and about how comfortable he feels with dating his higher up at work.
Yeah, dating the higher ups, problematic.
Yeah. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you.
And that's kind of what this entire show's based on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think Ben is, like I was just saying, he's ambitious, and he's good. He's actually a really, he has a chance to be, he's a good resident, so he has a chance to be a superstar surgeon. So that combination, you might end up thinking that you're better than you are at this point. And when you're holding people's lives in your hands, that's not necessarily a good thing. Yeah, and then everything falls apart with that.
Yeah.
Definitely no smooth sailing.
No smooth sailing. And look at Jackson and April, man.
Yeah.
You can't spoil that stuff, but that gets really intense.
Yeah.
The second half of the season.
Oh, there's
Stuff that's wild.
besides tonight episode, which if you miss it, you will hate yourself, and you'll go on somewhere in social media universe and you realize how much you'll hate yourself because everybody will be talking about it. There's another episode coming up, a J-April episode specifically, that if you miss that one, you'll also feel completely out of the loop.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, thanks for watching us, guys. Hope we answered all your questions, and tune in tonight at 8. Okay.
Tonight at
All
8
right.
o'clock.
We love you.
This is the show. Remember. Call this.
If you didn't know.